If you choose to purchase this module, great, thanks. It's a very short romp in watery grave for some of them. Possibly, maybe, but we'll see. Alright, so jumping right into it. You are a group of adventurers for the playtest purposes that have already been pre-designated, very common basic characters. And you've been adventuring for some time, so you've accrued some amount of clout and leveling. You are 5th level. You should notate that. That said, there are 4 different methods for entry into this short sidetrack adventure. You can be approached by... oh, who's doing that?
Sorry.
It's okay. So, you've heard that people are going missing. The Watch have put up a reward of 100 gold pieces for the apprehension of the culprits who are doing it. The Dockers Union is reporting that the Dockers Union is reporting that they're going to strike unless safety is ensured for their members, and you, of course, are hired to assist with the problem. Strange beasts have been sighted by patrols of the town guard night watchmen, and they want you to put an end to it, or just randomly the thing happens. I'm going to go with that last option for this instance, but you as a DM, once you buy this, you can do whatever you like. You guys are walking around late at night on the docks for whatever reason. They're quiet at this late hour, but there's a commoner that appears to be fishing up ahead. Suddenly, a large shadow appears behind him, the commoner, and takes on a bestial and hostile stance.
This is behind him in our perspective, so it's coming from the water?
Correct.
Okay.
Is this person surprised?
Doesn't even notice.
Doesn't even notice. Okay. So it's just dinner.
Basically. So at this stage, you really have the choice of deciding whether or not you want to do something about it, or just watch the situation unfold as it's going to.
I'm just looking at my alignment. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, also, John, I just messaged you in the side chat about a couple of things really quickly.
Getting a double on you, Matt.
What side chat?
Sorry, it's the playtest chat.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Also, don't know why you're getting double on me. I muted myself.
Oh, sorry.
Anybody else hearing that?
No, it's normal for me.
Okay, maybe it's just me.
Okay, there you go. You should have a character sheet now, buddy.
Cool, thanks.
Sorry about that. You jumped in there, and
Could you tell us about the terrain? It looks like there's 2 different terrains.
Sure. The black border there is actually a wall. I'm not doing any kind of gridding or marking for this, or dynamic lighting like we normally do in our cool Roll20 games. By the way, Roll20, it's worth the pro membership. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hint, hint. That said, you can't see through those walls. So that would be wooden terrain inside of a building. That's a warehouse there. The ground that you're on is just flagstone, typical, just common, walking stone out on this wharf that you're on. And like I said, up ahead, some 30 or so feet ahead, 40 or so feet ahead, you see a fisher. She, I guess, the common token, is fishing, and there's a large, bestial, humanoid-esque figure, quite taller than her, that has appeared out from the water, you presume, or snuck up alongside her. And it looks menacing. So, yeah, like I said, it's kind of a snap decision moment. You can decide to engage, or you can decide to watch and see what happens.
I would dash up, clanging my shield as I do, yelling for the commoner to get down or duck, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Like I said, clanging my shield, hoping to maybe catch the attention of the creature.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and move your character forward, your movement speed, that's fine. And then...
can I dash or just my movement speed?
Just your movement speed.
Okay.
It's kind of like a snap decision in the moment. We're not really doing surprise rounds or anything. It's just trying to influence the start of the situation. So Steve's acted. Zach, what are you doing? You see your fighter friend rush forward.
So we've been tasked with the goal of getting rid of such monsters, right?
For the playtest portion of it, I'm not really focusing too much on the narrative bit, just mostly the mechanical function. So
Okay.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, if I see him running up calling for her to duck, I'm going to try to blast it with Sacred Flame.
Okay. Designated because the token appears to be a female. The commoner will be a female for this instance.
Okay, sorry.
No worries. Just making sure we got the pronouns right. And then you said you're going to attempt to blast it with, you said what spell?
Sacred Flame.
Okay, cool. Great. Go ahead and drop that spell in the chat. And then, Matt, what are you doing?
Well, seeing as everyone else is helping, probably should do something. So, move a little bit to get a better angle, and let's try to firebolt.
Okay. And then, last but not least, the thief.
Yep. Can you tell me how tall the walls of the building?
Some 20 or so feet.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
and
You go ahead.
Real quick note, I apologize. The warehouse, it looks pretty unspectacular. Like most warehouses in this area, it's fairly dilapidated, except this one has been boarded up, and there are signs that hang on it that read, in Common and in Dwarvish, danger, keep out, unsafe structure.
Shit.
It does kind of look like it should have been pulled down a long time ago, but the authorities of the town, as you're aware, in Waterdeep are notoriously slow in taking action, and there has been some, you assume, nonsense as to why it hasn't.
Yeah, that changes everything. Okay, I would yell, "Hey, lady, watch out!"
Okay.
I would go behind this building and bonus action hide.
Sounds good.
Shall I roll a stealth check?
Yes, please. All right, and then Firebolt will hit, and Sacred Flame.
I accidentally rolled it twice.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw DC 12, right?
14.
14, okay.
DC 14.
Okay. All right, so as the light kind of slams nearer and about it, and fire kind of strikes it in the shoulder, the darkness kind of weighs aside, and you can see its form. It's a very nasty, feral-looking creature that's now taken by surprise and sees the individual kind of pulling away. And it also looks annoyed, as if, like, it was seeking some sort of meal, and it's no longer allowed to be granted that. The fire strikes it, kind of burns just a moment, but then very quickly goes out. And to the more arcane focused of you, it kind of looks like a troll. But the fire doesn't seem to do what it should do. All right. Roll initiative.
Oh boy.
I should unmute myself when I say things.
Everybody roll.
Yup.
All right. So the halfling rogue will go first. Andy, what would you like to do? Again, it looked like the fire did do damage. It just out of character note. It looks like it's a troll, but it doesn't look like it's doing what normally happens to a troll when it's struck by fire.
Mm-hmm. And how big is the troll in relation to the person in front?
So this creature, this troll, looks like it stands about 8 feet tall. Basically, it's on the high cusp of what would be considered medium.
So I could get a shot at it without having to worry about hitting her, really.
Yeah, especially since during that whole bit, the commoner, she's basically kind of let go of her rod and has moved away from the creature.
Got it. So I'd pop out of cover and fire my short bow at it.
All right, take the shot. Oh.
I critted.
Okay.
So I will roll down. And then, do you max damage this, or how do you do
We're
that for
going
this
with
one?
normal rules, so just face
Okay.
off that. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna roll the sneak.
Yeah, because you were hidden.
Thought I hit it. Oh, so it's not.
You click.
It's not. Okay, I could do it myself.
Okay.
But go ahead. Tell me what I did.
Well, you click the check mark on the sneak before you make the attack if the sneak applies, and then you click this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They change.
Just do it separate.
Yeah. That'll work.
So yeah, 20.
Okay. Solid hit. Anything
And-
thereafter?
Yeah, I like to get back into.
Okay.
And again, bonus action high.
All right. Cleric, you're up.
I'm going to use my action to dash and try to intercept between the troll and the commoner.
Okay.
Woman here.
All right.
Just have shield up, try to protect her best I can.
Understandable. Right. And you said you dashed to do that?
Yes, that'll be it.
Fighter.
All right, I'll make a kind of a flank formation with my companion here, and we'll get to slash.
All right. 13 will miss. 10 will miss.
Darn.
That's the bummer.
All right. So the creature, as you kind of look at its wounds, the wound that was struck first, the fiery wound, seems to heal perfectly. Then it will, looking at the two options that it has available, it will try and grab the dwarf, making a grapple check to do so. So
Athletics to contest it?
Either athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Yeah, I'm not going acrobatics on this. So, fumble, 7.
Grabs a hold of the dwarf, and immediately upon doing so, jumps into the water.
No, hold your breath.
The water doesn't
we're cool.
appear too.
Dwarves love the sea.
The water doesn't appear too deep. Probably it probably is about a 5 to 7 foot drop, and then you strike water, and the water's kind of murky, but you can still kind of make out the bottom even in the dark. It's only about 15 or so feet down, so it's not terribly deep water. And then there are a number of ropes around you, like link-up posts, that are basically descending all the way down to the bottom of the water there. That said, yeah, it does that, but it does seem to try and kind of hold you down in the water, and then it's going to attempt to move. Now, you're aware of your location. The other's not aware of your location, but I would like for Matt and Steve to go ahead and make perception. Actually, your passive perception is high enough. You know exactly where it's going. It looks like it's heading westbound.
Okay.
You said it jumped. It was 5 feet down, and then it jumped the water. Can I make an attack of opportunity? Since it's kind of.
It did
it's
move
left
away.
me.
It did move away from you. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, John,
Mm-hmm.
since I'm a divination wizard and I haven't rolled
Roll those
yet, can I
dice
do
for
that?
me. Yeah.
Well, guess we lost the cleric.
These things happen.
17 hits. Roll damage on that longsword attack, please, Steve. All right. Looks like it's well wounded. That's going to be its turn. So it is swimming, but it's not swimming terribly deep. Kind of closer to the surface. So that said, Matt, if you just look out to the side, you can see it.
Right. And you said it's holding on to the dwarf right now?
Correct, with both hands.
I'm taking it something like shape water wouldn't have enough force to give him a push, would it?
You're trying to basically create like an ice block in between, or push the water so it separates
Yeah,
them?
I'm just trying to push the water so that it separates them.
I like it. It's interesting.
Neat.
It is neat. I'm going to go ahead and say you're going to make basically, and again, this is just my ruling on the fly here. If you're watching at home and you're going to do the rules lawyers thing, do what you want. But that said, I'm going to let you make an intelligence or arcana check, which will act as your push attempt, your shoving attack.
Right.
And then it'll make an opposed thing.
And I'm trying to remember, for Portent, do I have to declare before I roll it if I'm going to use it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm thinking I just might use that 13 because in total it's +7, so that would be a 20 total.
Okay. 21 will beat it, so it will kind of push them kind of apart, but the Scrag will keep a hold of the dwarf.
Appreciate it.
It was a smart move.
Just want to keep you alive, man.
No, that's damn sweet of you. Who is this guy? We never have this.
Oh yeah, no, you don't know the good graciousness that is Matt. Let's see. That's the elf. It goes to the rogue. It looks like they're firing down into the water, or casting spells, at least from what you can see, into the water. But on one, I apologize. This commoner is going to basically beat feet and get that F out of here. She's heading off that board edge there. So then, yeah, back to you, Andy. What do you like to do?
So I would go to the edge and look down. Do I see something to fire at?
Oh yeah, it's basically like maybe a half a foot or a foot in the water.
So, do you mean underwater? So, like an arrow wouldn't be able to strike it, or it's sticking out?
I'm saying an arrow could strike it. Yeah, if you shoot down into the water, you're good.
That's what I would want to do.
Okay.
Routine.
That'll miss. It kind of hits the water and kind of like deflects off its hide a bit. All right. Dwarf Cleric, you are currently being held. You're not drowning. You have plenty of air because your constitution is presumably really, really high. That said, what would you like to do? You can strike normally with your weapon, or you can also attempt to break the grapple as a part of your movement.
I've got him right where I want him. I'm gonna club him with my hammer. One-handed, 16 to hit.
That'll do it. Do some damage. It's a bludgeoning attack being made underwater. I believe only piercing works normally, so I believe the damage will be
half.
Yeah.
Okay. 2.
All right. Steve, you're up.
All right, so I will. See the best way to get there. 25. Is the Scrag sticking up out of the water, or are they like below the surface?
It's just underneath the surface of the water, the Scrag.
Okay, like it's almost like a crocodile where it's like you could see the arch of its back or anything like that?
It's not breaching the top of the water, but you can see enough of it to be able to see it. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna jump off the dock and try to plunge my blade into it.
Did you have movement remaining?
5. I would have had 5 feet left.
Perfect. So you fall 7 feet and weapon now. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
A 16.
That'll hit. Roll damage. And then roll me a d10. You take 2 damage. And it looks like the impact of you also strikes it as well. Alright. As
I
you're...
still get my second attack roll?
Yeah, extra attack. Go ahead.
Okay.
But now you're in the water, so you miss.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can I just place myself on any side of it?
Yeah. As you kind of hit the water and kind of like bump into it and pull your blade free of it and then kind of slash at it again, it kind of like reaches out dramatically and kind of grabs a hold of your weapon and kind of looks at you underwater, its tongue kind of flashing out under the water. It's still holding on to the dwarf with the other hand, but you can see that the wound you just cut into it seals completely shut.
That's because it's in the water.
Damn trolls, always regenerating.
It will go with its full itinerary of attacks. It's going to bite at you, and it's going to claw into the dwarf. So this creature, presumably some sort of troll, will make a multi-attack. It'll bite at you, and it deals 14 points of damage, and then it'll claw at the dwarf and miss and hit for 9 points of slashing damage on the dwarf. It will not move now that its kind of point of movement has been blocked, and it's just going to try and use the dominance it has in the water to defeat. All right, Matt.
You know what? I'm going to make this a simple and sweet turn. I am going to cast haste on our fighter.
Okay.
Nice.
Sounds good. Okay, so you are hasted there, Steve.
Cool.
All right, and Rogue, you're up.
Same deal. I will step over here and fire down at it again.
Getting close to the edge and then shooting down. Sure.
20.
That'll hit, and you have an ally adjacent, so sneak attack damage. You didn't click it. Yeah, you got to check mark the sneak.
No. I like to put a separate. I put a separate thing in myself. I just made it.
Okay. So you strike down into it. It kind of like loses its composure. It's still holding the dwarf, but loosely. You can kind of feel the grip relinquishing from it. And as it kind of bites at you, Steve, and it's kind of holding your shoulder, and you can feel its teeth sinking in, you can see its eyes kind of rolling up into the back of its skull. It still seems to be active. It just seems to be kind of getting close. All right, dwarf clear.
I'm going to keep him from moving away from us. I'm going to hit him again.
Get it.
Gonna. One-handed.
Miss.
8. Miss.
All right, and then do you want to use your domain ability to make an extra attack, or you want to save it?
I'll save it for now.
Okay, fighter.
I have disadvantage on attacks underwater, right?
Right, you deal. I believe you deal half damage. Let me double check. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you also have an extra action to haste, so.
All right, I'll go full JoJo and just spam attacks on him.
Nice.
Hit.
Sure did.
Go ahead. I think you'll do enough damage. All right. You cut into it and basically like leave it kind of loosely in the water, kind of just hanging there in the water, kind of bleeding out. But then it kind of like goes limp, and then you see it kind of like shock back into kind of action at the start of its turn.
Cut its head off.
And hold on a second here. You hit 3 times. Go ahead and click one more. Okay. Yeah, I think it has to come from one attack for this. Let me double check. At one time. Yeah, so it'll be from one attack. Okay. It gets back up. It will go ahead and just do the same thing it did last turn. Bite and slash. Bite on you, miss. Slash on dwarf. That'll work. 13 damage on you, Zach. And it kind of like swims down a little bit, but not too much. Not getting too far away from you. It's about 8 feet tall, so it's...
He's still holding me, right?
No. He would
Okay.
have lost his grapple on you when he went unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Wizard.
Right. Huh. I'm just going to...
Let me double check something.
Yeah, that's fine. This is...
I apologize. You shouldn't have... when I built you wrong. Apologies. Change out Chill Touch for Ray of Frost.
Gotcha. All right, I'll do that. That's good to know, because I was just thinking about using Chill Touch.
Okay.
So... I'll hold off on that for a second. Then I am just going to barrage it with Magic Missile for right now.
Okay. All right.
Why do I have Melp's Acid Arrow? What is this?
Click it 2 more times.
Yeah.
Okay, it goes down. Again.
Just going to step back.
Okay. Let's see. Next up is the rogue.
Roguity rogue. Can we do the same thing? Is it visible enough to shoot?
Yeah, it's well, no, it's down. It's down a little bit.
I will wait. Ready in action for if it comes close enough to the surface to shoot. I will do.
Okay. All right. Next up is the dwarf.
So is it trying to escape us? Is that the intention that I'm getting?
It looked like it was trying to attack you.
I think it's trying to murder us.
Fair. I feel like we need to get it out of the water, like you said. So I'm going to.
Oh.
Hell,
And real quick note, I'm sorry about this. Again, you kind of, I mean, and again, I understand work and everything, but Matt, if you want to change the spells you have prepared, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I already figured out which spells I have prepared.
Okay, great. Okay, go ahead, Zach, you were saying?
I'm going to try to grapple it again, drag it back up to the surface.
Okay. So it's currently unconscious, so you can do that. And
oh, it's unconscious?
You can make a
yeah.
strength athletics check to try and climb the rope with the hulking mass of dead thing.
Yeah, I want to heave it out of the water. 9.
You aren't able to lift it up and climb as well. So you're basically just at the water's edge, or at the rope, holding it and kind of pulling the body and trying to kind of get a grip and pull yourself up at the same time. Mr. Fighterman.
You said it's unconscious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I guess using my extreme speed, I'll get back to the surface. You said there's like ropes on these things, right? Alright, can I just like climb out? Can I climb, just easily climb out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make a athletics check, DC 10. You're up.
Sweet. Let's look to the tube on the dock and I say, we need to find a way to stop it from regenerating, or we're going to be here all night.
Yeah, cut its head off.
Almost as if in Q,
What he said.
The creature regenerates and starts going basically angry on the dwarf.
Is it still underwater?
Yeah.
We're at the surface.
Well, yeah, it's still in water, though.
I dragged him to the ropes.
So as soon as it was within range, I had ready the action to fire.
Take the shot.
Uh, 11.
Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong one. It's actually a total of 9 piercing, Zach. And then
Okay.
11.
I see my miss.
Yeah. Wizard.
I'm just going to target it with Acid Splash.
Okay. Go ahead and cast a spell. DC 15. It's rolling really good today.
I know, you've rolled 2 natural 20s so far, John.
Yeah.
You trying to kill us?
I know, right?
One of us.
It kind of like, once it beats the crap out of the dwarf, it kind of darts under the water, and a splash of acid kind of just hits the water and doesn't seem to connect. It goes back to the rogue.
So it's under the water at this point, right?
It's not all the way down, it's just in the water a little bit.
Fire. Oh, same thing. Ah!
Dwarf.
I'm going to cast Water Walk on the 4 of us.
Is that a... Wow, it is one action. Up to 10 willing creatures you can see. So, yeah, from your vantage point you could. That's fine.
And bonus action... Which one is the healing? Is it
No, you can't,
Healing Word?
You can't cast Healing Word if you cast a leveled spell at the same time.
Oh, that's right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's it then.
Okay. All right. You and step onto the water, standing above it, and everyone kind of feels like the water that you were standing on, the puddles that you're standing near, kind of become a bit more solid to you. All right, fighter.
All right, round 2. Before I jump off, Then it'll turn and look at the wizard and be like, "Try that again." And yeah, tally ho.
And you go with the down thrust, a la Link, and drop back down onto it. Okay.
Yeah.
Really like this sword pogo action.
Pogo.
Make an attack.
Pogo.
19.
And then roll damage. All right.
And now,
basically, once you hit it, roll a d10 as well. Because you're hitting the hard water surface. You're not bumping into it. Take that much points of... not 1d10, 1d6. I'm sorry, 1d6. Falling damage is a d6.
Nice.
Take 1 point of falling damage. And then when you hit it, you can feel that it's basically been impaled on your blade underneath the surface of the water, and you can basically just kind of lift up a little bit, and it'll bob to the surface.
yeah, and then I'll slash twice more with my extreme speed.
Okay. The hits seem to cut into it quite heinously. Go ahead and click the damage for the second one. Okay. A solid strike. But yeah, it just lays there.
Actually, that was a 19, so technically it's a crit, because I am champion.
So then roll another d8.
I think there's a way to set that in your sheet, Steve.
I believe you're right, too. I'm going to look it up.
Okay, so do me a favor and roll a d20. Alright, what do you get, 17?
Yep.
What does that mean?
It means he cuts his head off.
It's dead forever.
It means it's going to send milk and cookies to his mom.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Thank you, Scrag.
You kind of lift it up with your blade, then slam on it again and miss, and then you slam on the next one and hit, and his right arm just gets severed clean off and starts bobbing in the water. Alright. On its initiative, it regenerates. And so it's back up to its regenerating amount. The arm does not reconnect. The arm instead starts floating after the dwarf. And the
Makes sense.
So good.
slashes and bites at the fighter. Miss and miss.
It could be worse, Zach. It could start growing into another thing.
And
No, I love this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like a starfish.
The arm that keeps on critically fumbling on the dwarf continues to do so, even without the
Good.
rest of the scrag to do it.
I hate that arm.
Alright, wizard.
Okay, so for Acid Splash, I can technically hit in between two things. Can I try to hit in between the arm
And the troll.
and the dude?
Yeah, you can. You certainly can.
Please do.
All right.
Alright. So the arm, I'm going to just say auto fails.
Crawling
because
claw.
it really doesn't say
Because it's an arm.
what it does on that, and then I'll make a dex save. Oh man,
Oh
I'm
my gosh.
just doing really well. The arm is basically
You bastard, John.
done. All right. Can I make a suggestion? Just a pro tip for those watching at home, maybe something to think about too. But if you're going after it regenerates, you might want to wait, or you might want to delay until it's unconscious. It's probably a bit easier to hit a died target, dead target, but not a live one. All right, Halfling Rogue.
I'm gonna still fire at it.
Okay. Yep. And damage. And sneak attack.
Excellent. 16.
It's down again.
Cut its head off.
The head will start snapping at us, but I'll try.
You hear him yell down, "Cut his head off! Cut his head!"
Like
The
the first
wizard
time.
I have a hammer.
The wizard just says, I thought that's what the D20 roll is about. And everyone just stares like, what? What are you talking about?
What's a D20? What are you talking? Cleric, you are still in the water. Make a strength athletics check, because you've been kind of swimming for a while, and I haven't even.
I'm water walking.
Oh, that's right. You're standing on the water. I remember now.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can pick it up if you want, and
Yeah, I absolutely. I just want to lift it up and just hold it above the water.
Okay.
Athletics or
Strength athletics to deadlift the troll or scrag.
19.
Yeah, you lift it over your head and basically pull it up out of the water. Fighter, there's a thing there.
Coup de grace.
Sweet.
Split in half, man. Do your thing.
I guess if I can, I'll aim for the head. Should I aim for the
any
head?
piece you want.
So, yeah, you can go ahead and make an attack against it. If you do, you're just wasting your attacks. You cut. Just roll the attacks and damage to see if you do enough damage.
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna follow your advice and be like, if it starts because right now it's unconscious, but if it starts getting all moving again, then I'll put it.
Okay, so you're standing on the water and you're readying an attack to attack it if it tries to get up. It starts to get up. Make your attack.
Ah!
Miss, hit, crit. Roll the damage. Okay, and then the crit. Okay. So yeah, you slam it down again and it stops moving again. Alright, so now the target has been basically lifted up to you. Okay, it's being held up basically right next to you. Okay? And it's been dropped to a point where it can't move. Matt, can you hit it with an acid splash?
Actually, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself right now.
I love these puzzle fights.
do you cast acid splash on it? Okay, cool.
I cast Acid Splash on it, of course, yeah.
The point that it hits it starts kind of like twitching and you can hear it kind of crying out in agony. If you just toss it aside because it's kind of burning through it, it hits the water and starts to dissolve into the water. Dead. Okay.
If I'm sure it's melting, I'll drop him.
You stand on the water, which is kind of like moving a little bit underneath you.
Yeah, there's a current.
Yeah, and the salt foam kind of like hits the wall of the wharf there, and you can kind of see that the foam and the greenness of the creature kind of mix together. All right. So yeah, you've been hearing things about people on the docks going missing. Your presumption is that's the creature. It looked like it was trying to retreat. Based on your perceptions, you note that it looked like it was heading towards that sewer hole there, but you may have defeated the monster. What would you like to do?
Well, that commoner woman, she just ran away, right?
She's gone, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming she's fine.
Yeah, she's okay. My guess is that this thing probably has a nest that it was trying to drag you back to.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's going to lead to mommy.
Yeah, I kind of want to just jump down onto the water since we have water walk. And
yeah, man, don't waste it.
And take a look down the pipe.
Okay. If you guys head over to the pipe, you'll see that inside of the pipe, just inside, you find a weighty iron grill set within the pipe. Its lock appears to have been forced open. If you open up the pipe or open up the grate and move in, it looks like it moves into, kind of just based on what you can see, a sewer canal.
Does it look like it was forced open by, like roughly, like brute forced possibly by the?
What's the other option?
I don't know, like taken off with like more precision, like with a tool.
Looks like it was forced physically open.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, let's go this way.
I knew I shouldn't have worn this today.
If everyone's going in, you guys head into the sewer.
Here we go.
All right,
what?
So you should be able to see the whole map. Again, like I said, I've already kind of given the module away, so just don't worry about that. Imagine you're playing at a table, because, I mean, it's really hard to hide stuff at a table. But I'm putting your tokens out as we speak.
It's like Alien.
Before we go in there, or rather as we're going through the pipe, can I go ahead and hit sort of prayer of healing? Actually, who else hurting? It's really just Fire and myself, right?
Not me.
I'm good.
Just high five you. High five for your wound.
No five for water fight.
I was gonna say high five, but as we high five, you cure my wound.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you feel a little magic coming through. Cure wounds for you. That's guiding bolt. Cure wounds. Why is it?
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Both times I clicked it. Okay, let's try guiding bolt. You son of a bitch. John. John, I'm clicking Cure Wounds, I swear to God.
Fighter.
Stop messing with him.
Stop shooting him. He's already dead.
Click on spells, then click on Cure Wounds. Did that work?
I did. No, see, you did it too.
That's roll 20, dude. I'm gonna blame that on roll 20. That's crazy.
Can I just roll dice? D8
Yeah.
plus spellcasting mod.
And you're casting just Cure Wounds, right?
Just Cure Wounds on him, and oh my God.
Add your Wisdom modifier.
4 for you, Steve. You know what? I'll hit him with one more.
You go to high five him and just shoot him in the
I just blast his hand off.
Oh, that's better. So it's 4 plus 10.
4 plus
4.
10. Yeah. And I'm gonna
That feels
give
good.
myself 1.
Any other healing
There
or
we go.
anything preemptive? As I understand it, you guys are doing so immediately after. What's the duration of haste?
Haste lasts not terribly long. Yeah, it's a minute, so probably if we walk in here, like...
Yeah. There'll be some exploratory patterning. I'll just go ahead and say, knowing that it'll basically falter, you kind of let it reside.
Yeah.
And you kind of feel a quick moment, Steve, your character kind of feels a quick moment of like turbulence and like everything's kind of spinning, and then you feel kind of better.
He's coming down.
Oh, I was going fast. Not anymore.
Yeah, and I do cast Mage Armor on myself, so...
Okay. The sewer canal, you see ahead of you, there's the fetid smell of waste, obviously, but it seems that it's tinged with the scent of carrion, dead creatures within. Yeah. The passageway here, it looks like the water is probably about 3 feet deep, so for large or medium creatures, it'll be difficult terrain. For the waterways, and for small creatures like the halfling, you have to swim through it. It also looks like the passageways on the side here, and you assume that bridge up ahead, are slick with residual, and they're also kind of slanted inwards. Just a note mechanically, if you dash on any of these surfaces, you'll need to make a dexterity acrobatics check or fall prone, and then slide 5 feet into the deliciousness.
We can walk on that still, right?
Yeah, well, we'd
Walking is fine. If you take the dash action.
No. I mean, walk on the surface of this water.
Water walk.
Oh right, yeah.
It's a full hour. I'm sorry to shoot a hole in this so early.
So really good.
I mean, we just slide on our asses into the water and just sort of sit there.
Yeah, strictly embarrassed.
Just multi-sewer drifting.
Just power sliding across it like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
It was a good time.
All right, so you guys are heading in, right?
Oh yeah, we're in here.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see up ahead that there's a main junction as you kind of advance towards it. It's a short walk down the sewer canal that leads to this junction. Looks like a swirling of 3 different sewer points. There's a wall to the left. Everybody make a perception check.
$23.
The rogue and the fighter kind of look at each other and then kind of look to the wall, and you can see that there appears to be stone, but the stone on that wall on the north side appears to be painted on, and you can tell that there's 2 large double doors that are placed over the water there that look like they could be opened.
So right there?
Yeah, it's not a real wall. And it does look like any movement into that passageway would require swimming or walking on water. All right. Let's see. Go ahead and move you guys up to that outlet there. With those perception checks, you'll also notice that there appears to be something inside of the pool. The pool beneath you looks like it's probably about 10 feet or so in depth, and there does appear to be something kind of moving in the water stealthily, but not stealthily.
I throw some ball bearings in the water.
Sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. Okay.
That's it? No movement? We don't see anything reacting?
it seems whatever's inside is kind of moving around already of its own accord. It's not really jumping out at ball bearings.
Okay.
Does it look like a scrag?
It does.
Oh, shit.
Alright. What would you guys like to do?
Fire an arrow at it.
Okay. It's a bit deeper in the water than the last creature. You go ahead and take your attack. Do so with disadvantage.
Okay.
Hits
10.
the water. The arrow kind of goes down a little bit and then kind of starts to float back up. The creature kind of moves at that. And when it does, everyone obviously is battle ready. So go ahead and make another initiative roll.
Good.
All right. All right, Rogue, you're up.
That's the fighter.
Wait, you mean fight man?
Yeah, fighting man is up.
Rogue is 22, right?
No, I'm a 17. I'm sorry, I'm an 11.
Oh my goodness.
That was last time round.
It didn't get rid of the tokens from before. Okay. So, fighter, you said you're at 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it still pretty like deep under the water, or has it started to come?
It hasn't
Reaction.
started to come up yet. It's just kind of moving closer.
Okay. I look to the others and say, I'll lure her to the surface, and I step on the water, and yeah, I ready my action to attack it once it comes within range.
Okay. Alright. So then it'll go to it. It will kind of reach up out of the water. Go ahead and make your attack.
Nice.
Okay.
I'll take that hand, beast.
Alright. So that's a total of 16. Alright. And then it will attempt to just ravage you. Bite, claw. So it hits with a bite.
I have a AC of 20.
Oh, so it misses with the bite. Alright. Then it goes to drop back under the water, and it's right underneath you. Rogue.
I'm going to move to that position, and radiant action, when it comes within range, I will fire.
Okay. Wizard.
Radiant action with some acid.
Alright. Cleric.
Well, it worked before. I'm gonna step up next to the fighter, and I'm gonna try to drag it up above the surface.
Okay.
Yeah. Clean and jerk the scrag.
Yeah, man. Sick of this guy.
And let's see. The fighter again. Same. Ready?
Yeah, as soon as he comes up out of the water, because yeah, he's underwater, so I tried to like thrust down to the water. It would be difficult, right?
Correct.
Well, then yeah, I will wait for him to try to snatch me.
Okay. It moves directly underneath you. It causes the water you're standing on to kind of bevel up and shift, but then it breaks the surface because it's too big to be at underneath the water at a 3-foot level because it slides into the canal behind you. You can go ahead and make an attack. The dwarf will not be allowed to do so.
That's a fumble and 25. 10 slashing.
And then you had a range attack ready, Andy?
Yep.
Take it. That'll hit.
16.
And you have an ally adjacent.
Yes, I do. 22.
Damn, fellas.
Okay. When it bursts from the surface, it kind of starts looking around. It sees hard
Well,
target.
I also
Go ahead.
had
Acid
the
splash.
acid.
Give it to me. Let's see. Alright, it takes 7 damage. It starts growling in agony. And seeing that target being the squishiest of the lot, it's going to move away from you, and it will attack the wizard.
Opportunity attack?
You already used your reaction.
Oh, yeah.
Swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a hit. Wow, that's pathetic. Take 11 slashing damage.
All right, guys, I'm at half health.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
I had a feeling.
That genuinely should have gone different every time, but whatever. I should be eating Matt right now.
Why do you want to kill me again, John?
You're the fleshiest target
You're squishies.
available.
Save him. He's our only source of acid.
we need that burn.
He's our only source of acids.
That's my only use to this party.
It's important, though.
we need to be able to drop acid, or we can't. Anyways, take the shot.
Yeah, so Halfling Rogue says to Wizard, disengage.
Get away from it. Hit and damage.
And sneak. Ooh, sweetness.
All right. As it bites at you, you kind of dodge to the side. Matt, as it kind of slings its first claw, you duck down, and your armor, you can hear it kind of ring arcane energy above you. And then another claw kind of sweeps down and grabs a hold of your shoulder, and you can feel like it tear into your skin through the magic armor. It lifts you up a bit, and you're looking at it, turning its head, kind of tongue lashing, and then an arrow snaps right through the back of its head, and the tongue just kind of lulls. It shuts its own teeth on its own tongue, and it just drops off to the side dead.
Finish it.
No, it's already done.
Oh, this is not a regenerator? Okay.
Yeah, acid.
No, it is a regenerator, but if it takes acid during its
I think the headshot.
Yeah,
Ah.
I acid damaged it earlier, so it couldn't during that round.
Man, smart wizard.
Yeah,
I like
They're like trolls, but so they have that same kind of weakness that you can turn off their regen.
Yep. If you want to take a second now that you have one to kind of examine, Matt, you can make an Arcana check or a Nature check.
Let's see. Arcana plus 7. Nature 3. Let's go with Arcana.
All right. So you would know that this is what's known as a scrag. It's kind of a river troll, sometimes also seen as a sea troll. Scrags are different than trolls in that they are not hurt by fire. They are instead hurt by cold, which causes the water within their body that helps them regenerate to freeze and not work, and acid, which, as always, hurts trolls. So they're like trolls, except that they don't care about fire. Yep, that said, there look like there are two main exits out of this place, one to the south and one to the east, and then there's the secret door to the north. The way to the east appears to be kind of a cutoff. As you kind of walk across the water. How long does that spell work, by the way? An hour, right?
1 hour.
Yeah.
1 hour.
You see that the bridge that's kind of overcast kind of is right before a large grating, and it looks like nets have been hung down from the bridge to catch animals, you presume. Yeah. So do you want to head south or do you want to head north?
Could we take those nets?
Yeah, I actually want
They
to see
don't-
if there's anything in the nets.
They don't look
Well,
terribly.
we could use them.
Like,
Go ahead.
they don't look terribly useful.
Well, there's maybe like those creatures keep on going underwater. If you throw a net on it, it might make it easier.
That's fair. Yeah, feel free to, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to this here because that's a good idea. I'll go ahead and notate that. Good note.
But it's a sewer net.
Yeah,
Oh, it's stinky.
You know what it's been
Slimy.
catching.
I know, right?
it looks like it's been catching fish and also lumps of
Stuff.
Yeah. Anyway,
Lumps of meatloaf.
the heavier.
You love meatloaf, Matt.
So, do you want to head south or do you want to head north?
Rogue would look at fighting man and say, "Lead on." Sorry.
Like instincts tell me the nest is north to just my instincts. Just fire thing.
There's a wall there. Also, I'm at half health still.
The cleric is also bloodied.
I'm hurting, but I'm fine. Yeah, let's throw him a cure wounds.
You sure you don't want to
Not
cast
a guiding bolt.
Prayer of Healing?
Oh yeah, we could all use it.
The fighter doesn't need it as much, but I mean,
the rogue doesn't need it at all.
I don't have any damage.
Yeah, the rogue doesn't need it at all.
Yeah, but top yourselves up because I feel like we're about to get into the nest where it might get more difficult. So
it's like I can see the future. It's like
well, I mean, we could scout the southern path to see if there's anything there, because as far as we know, they're not aware we're here.
That's true.
So do we want to just sort of peek our nose down south for a moment? Or should we top off now?
We can take a look south, I suppose.
Okay. If you guys are heading south, the sewer passageway seems to lead towards the bay, the same way you came in, except that it looks like it descends at a fork. It looks like it might fork back around towards the city as well. The water here is not still. It's a bit, the descent kind of causes it to move a little bit faster. But it also, you can see that there are large lumps of dark matter that appear to float around and within where the fork is.
What do you mean by dark matter?
Just something under the water that appears to be kind of just floating around. Looks like a large turd.
Okay, does it look like the creature that we just fought that was underneath the water earlier?
Not that big. Do you want to inspect closer?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Are you sure it's a giant troll turd?
He described it as a giant turd, so,
I would actually tentatively be interested to see what it is.
All right. As you close in, one of them moves very quickly towards the surface, breaches it, and you see what looks like a lamprey mouth with huge, nasty teeth jump straight out of the water at you. Oh, I don't know why it's rolling to GM. It shouldn't be.
I don't know.
But it hits, and it deals...
Higher than a 16?
Yeah, 8 points of damage as it bites onto you and latches onto your shoulder.
I'm a friend.
So let's see it. Yeah, that's right. 3 hit points. That's what I'm at.
Nice.
Do we have any idea how many of these are there?
Walk it off.
Looks like about 6. And I assume that you guys are this way? Because you said you walked over this way. And...
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you had a separate map for that.
No, it's okay. And GM layer...
Oh, I see. This is what you meant by the fork, duh.
Yep.
That's messed up.
Giant leeches.
Had to look at the
hurt.
duty.
I heard that they could help you when you're hurt.
Yeah, get all that bad blood out from when you got bit.
See, the thing I'm more worried about is that they just take all the blood as opposed to just the bad blood.
No, we'll get more blood. You can get blood anywhere. I know a guy.
Well, if it's all bad, I mean, that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah. I got a blood guy. We'll fill you right back up.
Oh, don't worry, guys. I'm going after them, so I'll be fine.
Perfect.
I have 1 more hit point than hands right now, though.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, I'm so fucked.
Okay. Rogue, there is one on there. As a note, for combat's sake, as an action, you can pull the leech off of him.
Okay, so I just want to understand what's happening. There's 6 in the water, and there's 1 that's on...
There's a total of 6. One of them is out of the water, and it's on Matt Scary.
My face.
Okay, and these things can jump, obviously, out of the water and attack.
Yeah, it looks like they have a pretty good swimming and climbing and jumping speed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're about the size of a halfling. Yeah, about 3 feet long.
Is there any way that I can pull the wizard back out of the way of the others and also try to pull it off at the same time?
So it's an action to pull the creature off. And then what was the other thing you were trying to do? Pull the wizard?
I want to pull him out of the way of the danger, basically, so he doesn't get trounced by the other. I want to pull him backwards.
I'm going to have to say one or the other.
What would you prefer, Matt?
To live?
So do you want me to pull you out of the way, or do you want me to pull it off?
Dealer's choice.
Andy loves decisions.
I know.
I do. I do love decisions, actually. Okay, I'm gonna decide that the most pressing thing is to pull it off.
Okay.
Could I pull it off and try to, I don't know, stab it?
Your action.
Or is that another
is
action?
to peel it off of the thing? Yeah. So it's.
Could I, as part of that peeling it off, could I throw it aside?
Yeah, it kind of just drops into a square adjacent. So, like there
Well,
or there, your choice.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Well, it's the size of you.
You can't throw you.
Okay,
All right. It's too big.
trying to help.
I get you.
All right.
Fighter.
I stab this leech.
Go for it.
I put myself in the way of all these other ones. I'm wearing a half plate, so if they try to bite me, hopefully they just get a mouthful of that.
Nice.
Die, leech, die.
Hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut that one up really quick. Just slashing down into it, smashing it as it tries to thrash under the water away from your blade. But you watch as it kind of just sinks. All right. It goes to them. And I guess you're going to get what you want.
Come at me, leeches. I am delicious.
I call the big one bitey.
This is mainly just, they're not really jumping up onto the surface or anything. It's just mainly to denote the fact that they're all jumping onto the fighter.
Come at me, bro.
Attack. That's 5, right?
I think one got me.
One got through.
I saw a 23. Yeah.
23.
Yep, so one catches onto your, kind of gets past your armor and kind of like pulses to kind of get into your plate and gets a hold of you, and you can just feel it like sucking. You can see it like getting fat towards the tail end. You take 8 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Ow.
All right, wizard up.
As a quick question, how much health do you have currently, fighter?
On a scale of 1 to 44, I'm a solid 33.
You're a solid 33. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Burning hand those bitches.
All right.
I'm going to try to just maximize who I can hit. I'm probably not going to hit all of them, but
Okay. I'm going to return some dex saving throws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 of them succeed. I'll say the one directly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The one directly behind him was the one that was attached to him, and so it'll be the one that succeeded with 18, and then the natural 20 will be the one that's directly close to you. That said, when the creature takes fire damage, it disconnects and falls off of you and into the water. So and they are still alive.
Oh, I don't have to make a dodge try to get out of the way.
Dexterity saving throw from you, please. Yeah.
And then also because I'm being stupid, I'm going to back the fuck up.
Okay. It'll attempt to bite you.
Yeah, that's fine.
It hits, so it
You bastard!
gets a hold of you.
Turned all the way down, dude.
Like you see.
Yeah,
that-
I'm knocked. I'm out.
Okay. Just for flavor, you kind of fall backwards, but it kind of catches onto you, and as you're backing away, it kind of like its back end is stuck to the ground and its head stuck to you, and it kind of stretches thin, and then you kind of fall down and just kind of lumps onto you, its tail kind of wiggling on top of you.
This is my favorite trap.
Now it's got blood all over it. Dwarf.
My blood.
Yeah.
And piss.
And shit. And then it goes to the dwarf cleric.
I'm gonna go ahead and step forward over top of this dead one, and I'll cast Spirit Guardians. Try to get this done.
Okay. Go ahead and drop the spell for me. 50-foot radius. Okay. Let me roll. What's the saving throw, DC?
Spirit Guardians is wisdom, right?
Yeah. What's the DC?
Wisdom saving throw against 14. Sorry. These are unwise worms.
They all kind of just splatter. I believe it's at the start of your turn that happens, or start of their turn that happens. But regardless, the point's the same. They're all dead.
We fall in the water.
You all fall in the water.
Nice job.
Wait, why do people fall in the water?
One concentration spell at a time.
Water walks concentration.
Sure is.
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not in the water.
Sploosh.
No, my wound's gonna get infected.
Yes, your wound's going to get infected.
Help our
I feel
wizard!
So bad
Our
for you,
wizard
Rick.
is dying. I pull the
Succeeded
dead
once.
leech off of him and off of her and throw it away.
No, it's not concentration. Water walk is not concentration.
Yeah, so that's what I thought.
Oh shit!
That is a really good spell.
It is.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
I
Okay.
can't do it again because that's
Ro-
expensive.
Halfling rogue. Your turn.
So they're all dead, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Human fighter.
I don't think I should do a medicine check. I'm afraid I'll kill. It'll be bad.
Elf wizard.
I think
I'll get her.
I already did a saving throw.
Oh, was it
Or
bad?
do I do another one?
Did you already?
No, it was a succeed. I already
Okay.
rolled one.
And then dwarf
preemptively.
cleric. Go ahead and roll healing spell, I assume.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yes.
Well,
Cast
Are we
mage
still in it?
armor.
that's good thinking.
guiding
I'm
bolt.
gonna go ahead and just hit him once. Yeah, if they're all
Oh, the
linked to guiding
guiding
bolt, I'm just gonna hit him with spare the dying for right now. Make sure we're in a safe place.
Okay. Yeah, if you check around, it looks like a relatively safe place.
Now is a good time for your.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
Gucci
hit the prayer of healing then. If we've got a few minutes to spare,
Indeed.
19 healing for each of us.
Cool.
Can I give mine to somebody else, or no? Does it
Nope.
work that?
Does
Wish. I would totally take it. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'm sitting pretty.
All right. And then you guys are heading towards the main chamber, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
After jerking my components pouches on me, yes.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's sweep all the leeches off the wizard.
Actually, can I take one of the leeches or part of one of the leeches to experiment with?
Yeah, absolutely. And while
It's
you're
dark.
thinking about it too, you can make an Arcana check. Kind of a thinking about. Okay.
11.
You don't think it's going to be worth much dead. It might have been worth something alive. You feel like that's pretty standard. Is dead creatures parts, unless they're like really novel creatures, like dragons and stuff, aren't really going to sell for much.
Or a walrus.
Of course, a walrus would sell for millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But don't kill the walrus.
I couldn't afford it.
No, dude, you ride the walrus.
That's right, a walrus mount. Okay, so you guys head towards the large double doors. When you push them open, inside you see kind of a swirling, let's see here, a large pool that appears to be hidden behind the secret doors and apparently underneath that old warehouse up above. It seems to have been built with a very specific purpose, possibly smuggling. Ruins of a walkway feature on lead up to a broken door, and signs of habitation by scrags is evident. Looks like the secret pool here is definitely access. It looks like the water here is about 10 or so feet deep, like the large secret pool in the middle. And looks like they're ready to defend. Smaller pair of scrags that are up in the broken down walkway.
So they have a higher elevation,
The
or they're just standing on solid ground. They're not in the
That's
water.
right.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, so again, not rushing anything, but I do want to see how this tactically goes. This is the one I have the most interest in, so let's see how it plays out. I didn't think there was.
Can these double doors can one of them open at a time, or do they both have to be pushed up?
So they were kind of like the reason why they were pretty easy to notice is they were kind of wobbling, anyways. They can be closed, but they don't lock. There doesn't appear to be any locking mechanism.
Okay, just because if we could just open one, then we could make a choke.
They can swim
That
under
was-
it. They can swim right underneath it.
Oh, true.
The channelway here is not as narrow as the one before. Alright. So, initiative on everyone.
Somehow I still rolled the worst.
Man, I got a 0 on the last one.
Okay, fair point.
Top that.
Rogue, you're first.
Hide, pop out, shoot.
Okay. Yeah. And attack.
That one.
Sure. Oh, you're killing the kids.
I was going for the younglings.
Oh, that's the young
Oh, they're
one?
young.
Yeah, the ones.
Wow.
If I know.
Oh,
if
yeah,
I
you
know
did
that's
say they were
the
smaller.
case-
The ones with the
did
pink.
you say?
The ones with the pink are the kids.
Okay. Then I would shoot one of the adult lings.
Okay. There.
That's not a word. That's not a word.
Well,
Oldlings.
real quick note, and it doesn't matter either way. You fired, you missed, but they're basically kind of.
But wait, no, but I hid though.
Oh, okay. They're basically kind of submerged, so you would have
Okay.
disadvantage on the attack.
So maybe what I should have done is what exactly do I see?
Sorry. So yeah, the two larger ones are in the water. The two smaller ones, the childlike ones, are up on the ledge. The ones that are in the water are submerged about 5 feet.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm killing a youngling.
They don't belong there.
Do I hit it?
23.
That's 23.
Yeah.
So there's my sneak. And there's the short bow damage for 20.
All right.
So
Yeah.
I'm just pissing them off for you guys, and I'm gonna go back into hiding.
Oh my god.
It
Here, come and get us.
Now that's a rogue.
it isn't dead.
What?
Yeah.
Tough kids.
It is not the dead. Yeah. On the initiative of these creatures, the two small ones jump into the water and descend down into it. It looks like the wound, the arrow that was stuck in it, is slowly being pushed out of it. And
On the bright side, guys, at least the cleric and the wizard aren't the only ones out in the open right now.
the two larger ones kind of move off to the side and seem to kind of take points on the side of the choke into cover, keeping themselves defended. The children are now or the scragglings are now submerged. Okay, fighter.
They actually-
Alright, you said they're about roughly 5 feet below the surface.
Correct. So 10 feet deep. They're occupying the square that's 5 feet down. So
If I use
water walking, right?
yeah, if I use a reach weapon, could I eliminate their advantage of being underwater? They'll have that extendo.
well, the issue that will persist is you'll be attacking in water. So unless you're using a piercing weapon, it will have disadvantage.
Okay, oh no, it's a glaive, not a
Question for you, John. How deep is the water in this room?
10 feet.
Okay.
Basically, the 10-foot depth is maintained through the junction all the way to the end of the causeway there, the pool, the secret smuggler's den.
Thank you.
Alright, I looked to my companions here and said, I'm going to use myself as bait. You guys know what to do. So, yeah, I'm going to take the dodge action, and then I'm essentially just going to, rush up into their knowingly
Right there.
rush up.
That's where the stuff
I want them to jump out at me.
All right, come on. I know someone wants to make the joke.
Hit, nothing.
Got
How
nothing.
masterfully he baited them, or
Yeah.
Nice.
He's attacking you, or sorry, she is attacking you from beneath the water. So she's attacking up. She's still in the water, and she's attacking at your legs. But you kind of expect it, kind of hop and dance and block. All right. Let's see, dwarf. And so these ones are basically right at the top of the water, just like the ones at the beginning.
I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon,
Okay.
and I don't know what I wrote there. I think that was the attack for the weapon itself.
Yeah, but you kind of need to be able to see it. Like I said, it's kind of ducked behind the ledge there. You'd need to move up behind the fighter. Okay. And
Is that
then-
good enough, or do I need to be?
That's fine. The weapon appears
Okay.
above the scrag and misses. That's a bonus action.
Oh well, if it's a bonus action, you said he's below the water, so I can occupy the same space.
You could try and stand on top of him. Yeah.
Yeah, same as before. I'm gonna try to reach down and pull him up.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
17.
Oh, spiritual weapon isn't concentration either.
No.
And so you still have your guardians dancing around technically.
How long does Guardians last?
That was like a minute.
Yeah, no.
10 minutes.
I don't think it's still
You had to
there.
cast prayer healing.
Up
It
to
says-
10 minutes. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, Prayer of Healing takes 10 minutes to cast.
Oh yeah, we're done.
Okay. Just making sure.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, I appreciate it.
Third level spell. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's expensive. Wizard,
I'm gonna sort of catty corner myself.
I
so
can
you
see
quit.
it. It's fine.
Okay.
What you doing, Matt?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this on the fighter again,
Okay. All right. And
then I'm going to just reposition a little bit too.
hide. Without the hide action. Okay. Rogue. Bonus action, hide, pop out, try and shoot something.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me just think. Yeah.
Well, the main point of that misdirect on my part, and that's fine, but when you pop out, there's no target.
Who, when I pop out?
When you pop out, if you pop out into this square here, there is no target. The one that is... There won't be one visible, is what I'm saying. They've got a bottleneck. They're hiding in cover on the sides of the door, and then the two scragglings are beneath the water.
Mm-hmm. So if I see that, then I would take the dodge action.
Okay. And return to cover?
No.
Okay. Alright. It'll go to these little guys. You see them kind of like take themselves into like a swimming position. Their feet thrush out from behind them and kind of like they dolphin swim towards the fighter, who is still dodging.
Yep. Hasn't come. I don't. Yeah, hasn't come back around yet. So I'm still. Call me the water dancer.
I like it.
Yeah, your AC is what, like 22 now? Or is it just...
Yeah,
Dodge.
because I'm even faster. I'm just.
Oh man.
I'm just twirling.
Oh boy, I forgot about haste.
Gotta love haste.
It's a real good
Haste,
spell.
dodge, water walk, all kinds of cool stuff going your way.
I don't build crap. 21 misses. Dang it.
Hey!
So
You're welcome.
So does a 20. Alright, and then it'll go to the larger ones. I'm going to attack the dwarf, and then I'm going to pop out, and I'm going to attack the fighter. Dwarf. Yata.
Ah,
So bite will hit for 8, and then against the fighter. Claw. No. And excuse
it's
me.
untouchable.
I'm just my cat butt is
See that?
yeah, she being really lovey because my wife locked us in here together because she didn't want to hear D&D. Anyway, I love you. That said, fighter.
John, the cat doesn't know that you love it.
Alright.
Mainly
So they all they're pretty much all sprung out, right? So now I have the choice of the litter.
They are still in water, but they are at the surface. Yes.
Perfect. Alright, you know what? This guy seems the most out in the open. I think he's the one we can all kind of target. So let's go on him.
You'll also have noted that the arrows kind of popped out of the scraggling's eye at this point. There's still a wound there, but the arrow has been forced out, and it's healing well. Hit on the last two. You're attacking the big one to your left, right?
Yeah, him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the one the rogue I'm assuming is going to go for too.
18 damage.
Hey, John?
Shoot.
I don't see uncanny dodge on my sheet, but it is a 5th level rogue thing.
Yeah.
Is that...
Yeah, it must not have added because of the character man.
No worries.
It's okay. I had issues with the character mancer. I'm not saying that it's faulty. I'm just saying that I'm not smart. Oh, I see why.
Got it.
I see why you were hearing 2 of Matt. I think his.
I figured it out. Yeah, I turned him off in roll 20.
Yep. Anywho, good deal, fighter. Cleric, you're up.
Can I get a token for the spiritual weapon?
I've got it denoted basically in the same square you're in. I'm gonna mentally remember where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah, for speed's sake.
Then I will have.
I don't want to work.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Go ahead.
I'm going to have actually the spirit weapon get behind
Okay.
the one that the fighter just attacked.
Take the swing with the weapon.
Have it attack that one.
That'll hit.
15 to hit. 7 force damage. And my attack, I will. You know what? That was already a bonus action. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna club the one under my feet.
Okay.
13 to hit.
Miss.
Okay.
Alright. Wizard.
So, how badly does Daddy Dearest over here look damaged?
Oh, it's a mommy. She looks like she's pretty busted up. Little less than half damage taken.
Let's see if I can finish her off then. 25
Golly.
feet
Roll
of
the
acid
damage.
arrow.
That doubles it.
Okay.
Oh.
It's not a crit. Yeah.
No, it's not great, but still,
Alright.
not bad damage.
No, I thought the 25 was damaged somehow.
Pretty close. But
That
it's,
would have been impressive.
it's still alive. It's shrieking out in agony as it's burning, as the acid's melting it. All right.
Right. Keep in mind also that it takes acid damage next turn also, automatically because of that spell.
Rogue.
Yeah, okay, step back. I'll fire the arrow.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my luck. My halfling luck.
Yep. Which means you just re-roll the attack. That'll hit.
Better. And then sneak. And then hide.
It starts to sink in the water. And you can see that its face where it got hit with the Melf's acid arrow starting to kind of just eke out in the water. All right. The Scragglings will continue to attack the fighter.
Come at me, Scragglings.
Dice. And then the Scrag will attack the dwarf.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
So 15 total.
Okay.
And then it will submerge, so you can take an opportunity attack against it, dwarf and fighter.
Absolutely. Jesus.
Fighter, you do hit.
Wow.
What's the damage?
5.
And the Scragglings will then follow suit. They will descend as well. So they're all 5 feet down. So basically there's a 5 foot square of water between you and them. Alright. Fighter.
5 foot square, you say? If I discard my current weapons and pull on my, does that still count? Is that a full action?
Yeah, so you would need to sheath your weapon as part of an action to put your shield up. And then I would say during your next turn, as a part of your next action, you could draw the glaive.
But I'm hasted, so can my first
Yes.
action be put my stuff away, pull out the glaive, and then thrust attack one?
You'd want to use your extra action to put the shield and the sword away, and then as a part of the action to attack downwards, you would draw the glaive and attack.
Okay. So how many glaive attacks do I get?
Extra attack
2?
would mean 2.
Perfect. The one under the dwarf, yeah.
Okay. You'll have disadvantage for the attack. It's a miss. It is a hit. And half damage is for 5. Okay. Next up is the dwarf. The spiritual weapon I don't think is affected by the water, so it can just go underneath and back.
Submerge and go get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna chase after that same one that's under me
Okay.
with the spiritual weapon. 14 to hit,
Yeah, that'll miss.
and I don't think I can reach it if he's 5 feet down.
Right.
I mean, you can always hold your action to just.
Yeah, I'll just wait, see if any of them breach within range. I'm gonna club them. That works.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
Or whack-a-troll, I guess.
Whack control. Yeah, you beat me to it. Just half a second.
Wizard.
Okay. So. Move over here so I can actually see them, and. So, again, it is a cantrip, but Shape Water does say I can, like, manipulate the flow of water.
Mm-hmm.
So can I try to force the one under the clear? Well,
Yeah.
force the one sort of like up within range.
What
so
I'm
that
going to
it can hit
do
it.
is I'm going to say a strength saving throw from it based on your DC to try and maintain its position in the water if you're pushing the water up. So, strength saving throw from it will go like this, and it would fail.
And it's a 15, yeah.
So you pump the scrag up to the surface, and that would cause the dwarf's ready action to trigger. So dwarf.
I'm gonna smack it.
Yep,
17 to hit
that'll work. Damage.
for 4 bludgeoning.
Okay.
It felt good though.
Yeah.
It's smart.
Hate that
Smart,
guy.
smart.
It makes kind of a ringing sound, and then it kind of glows brightly. And then it says winner, winner on it, and I don't know how whack-a-mole plays. I haven't done it in a while. I was trying to do a joke. It wasn't good. I'm sorry.
I was confused. I wasn't
appreciate
ready for I wasn't ready for an arcade joke. I apologize. That's on me.
Halfling grove, you're out.
So, is there any other of the scragglings that are sticking up above the water, or just that?
Just that one, but the issue is it's cornering, so you'll have to move up to here to be able to see it.
Okay, so I rolled a 23 on my stealth check, so I'm going to do.
Okay, again, like I said, the main issue is that you're already kind of breaching yourself from stealth to get to that position. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, take the attack. Hit.
Is so ally adjacent?
Yeah, right above it.
Okay. Same deal.
Solid. All right. And then run away.
Yep.
Scragglings will
Run away!
pop
Would
out.
I do bad?
One's actually going to jump onto the surface here. This one's going to move diagonally towards the dwarf. The 2 scragglings will attack the dwarf.
I don't know. They can smell the blood in the water.
Correct.
Oof.
They're really getting after it today.
So just 11 damage.
Just 11.
They like the taste of dwarf.
What a coincidence. I had 11 health.
Okay.
Well,
The
we're down 1 cleric, guys.
scrag will swim up a bit more and kind of move around the dwarf who is laying out on the water. Hey.
That wasn't good.
Your cat okay?
Yeah, she's really vocal. She's not in any danger. She just
Got it.
they
Jeez.
they play fight, and she's a grouchy cat. Hey, look at me.
Right, I understand that.
All right.
I also have a grouchy cat.
Did I
Going
like
full dad
lasagna?
mode on him.
Well, so the scrag will
Threatening to pull this car over.
beat the crap out of the fighter, I think. Or hit once. Yeah, alright. Take 11. And this is your 4th turn of haste, right? Or 5th?
I don't
believe
know.
This would be 4.
Okay. Then it's
Does
your
the scrag in front of me looks pretty beat up right now? Well, it just finished regenerating, but still looks pretty.
Yeah.
Alright, just for flavor's sake, I'm spinning the glaive like Donatello style. I'm just gonna do like a whirlwind of slashes.
Okay.
Yeah, get him.
Hit.
The
So that's
whirlwind helps.
8. So that'll be a total of 14.
27.
27. It's down.
Melt it. Finish it off.
It's in the water, kind of floating on top of the dwarf.
He's under me.
Speaking of dwarfs, make a death save.
he floated up. 7.
1 failure. Wizard.
Can I just, like, if I target there, will I accidentally hit the dwarf at all, or is it just...
No worries.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, let's
And
just
you can actually
finish it off.
target it and the one adjacent to it northwise, if you want.
Yeah. That's...
So it's dead, and then the one that's north of it will attempt to dodge. Failure. It has acid on it now.
Woohoo!
Go team.
Rogue, pop out, shoot a scraggling.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Right there.
Alright,
I guess we'll take that first one.
sure. And then damage. Plus sneak. The one that was hit by
There you
acid, I presume.
Oh, yeah.
Dead. And last but not least, the scraggling. Scared, unknowing of what to do. It will attempt to move away from you guys. Go ahead and take your opportunity attacks.
Kill it.
I missed.
Alright. Dwarf.
Dwarf is down.
All
Well,
right.
wait, doesn't the fighter get a turn before the dwarf's turn?
No, I was asking the dwarf to make an opportunity attack, but it was not.
Oh,
I'm dapping.
Okay.
he's fine.
Fighter, what are you doing?
As a free action, I just want to ask the wizard, do you want that thing for your research, or should we just put it down?
I can get other interesting things.
We don't
Alright.
know what's over in that pile of rocks.
I helicopter over to it and go ballistic.
The spinning glaive machine.
Yeah, die.
Roll damage. Yeah, that's enough. That's exactly enough. Alright. It's down. It's not dead though. Alright. Dwarf cleric rolled a 3 on your death saving throw, so
I sure did.
You're dead. Elf wizard.
Andy, what's your wisdom score like?
My wisdom score,
Yeah.
it is plus
Plus what? I missed the last.
2.
Plus 2?
Mm-hmm. 14. Not
Okay,
great.
you have a better wisdom score than I do, so can you take care of the dwarf while I finish this guy off?
Yes.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna-
sorry, it's not my turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to move
Splash.
forward and just splash him.
Okay, it's dead. And then Halfling Rogue. Move out and attempt to healing check. Doing from hidden, so you get advantage. No,
Yes!
He's
You're
adjacent to me.
I was saying, like, he snuck out and he's like, medicine?
I would like to say, Andy, do you remember the last time we had a rogue roll a medicine check on a cleric?
Yeah, not a good idea.
Sneak first aid.
Yeah, Zach, another Zach killed him, yeah.
Yeah, roll a natural one on a medicine check.
Okay.
Outstanding.
At the completion of that, basically, just kind of giving you the synopsis of the end point, the storage room behind, the secret storeroom behind, which was of no concern of the creatures, and also the treasures that they've basically amassed because they've been killing people and putting them in a pile. They haven't really cared about the stuff, just about the bodies, but there's about 3d10 gold pieces, 3d20 silver pieces, 1d100 copper pieces, a finely cut ruby worth 250 gold pieces, a polished garnet worth 50 gold pieces, and then 2 uncommon magic items in there. And then in the secret storeroom, there are a total of 6 bales of fine silk from the show Expatriate. There are 2 crates of fine longswords worth 30 gold pieces apiece, and 8 casks of fine brandy from Luskin worth 150 gold pieces apiece. So quite a haul for a small little adventure there. But yeah, what did you guys think of it?
I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I liked it.
It-
It
a
felt
good little-
adequately challenging.
Yeah, and again, I was kind of bolting through it, but there are points of story elements there. If you purchased my Waterdeep final resting place, the one with the crazy gnome who lives up in his attic, the sewerway access where the leeches are kind of heads in that direction. So it could be the case that if you do the final resting place one and go down, and then head through the sewer in that basement, you could end up here. So it could just be random encounters on accident. It could also be a situation where you're hired in to do the job. But yeah, if you enjoyed watching this video and are interested in buying the module, it'll be up on DM's Guild tomorrow. And thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and kill this
Good game.
Thanks.
Good game.